Go ahead, Evan. Thanks.
Hi, Evan Locke. My interest with media art, I mean, I think it's right now I'm interested to see what I can do with it because it's not something I've been really playing with at all. Traditionally a painter, so just trying to see what might be possible.
Thanks, Evan.
I can jump in. Hi,
Sure.
Marina.
Hi.
Melissa. I'm a member at MediaNet and have been for many, many years. And so mainly single channel film and video work as what my background is in.
Great, thanks, Melissa. Anyone else want to jump in?
Sure. My name's Amber. I do some video and audio editing, but feel like, yeah, I don't know totally what my interests are outside of that. So yeah, interested to hear more, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Hey, I'm Kayla. I have my toddlers here. I apologize if you can hear them. So Kayla Henry, I'm a contemporary dance artist and my experience is very limited. I have had some experience editing and creating my own films, and as well, same as Amber said, with like editing of music, but very basic. So looking to, yeah, explore, learn about what I don't know about and everything like that.
Cool, thanks.
I'm Ebony. I'm a painter sculptor. I work from those traditions, and my experience with media is pretty limited too, but I'm interested in learning and finding out. I guess one thing I had expressed to my small group today, an interest in 3D projection.
Cool. Thank you.
Hi, Mina and Riley are actually here. Oh, yeah, so just apologize that we're stuck in the road with the snow. Just we're traveling to Vancouver for a show, but but we couldn't really get to our destination and just stuck. So just using her phone, and it's a little bit noisy around. But yeah, we use like video and audio and some softwares, no fancy skills, but kind of with the basic skills we try to use creatively, innovatively. I don't know what that means, but yeah, try to be creative with the kind of skills we have.
Awesome, thank you.
Hi, I can introduce myself. My name's Jane Chan, and yeah, I've done pretty much just like audio recording and kind of arranging and a little bit of mixing, and so editing, but not really much beyond that. So I'm interested in, I guess, all kinds of things like projection, dealing with light, like on stage, also video editing, and especially combining audio and video together. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Hi, I'm Connie. I'm one of the two curator mentors for PIDC. I have a background in contemporary dance, screen dance, editing. I've done some work with projection with Isidore and QLab. That's kind of my own background.
Thank you,
and sorry, and some audio recording and editing also.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, I think that was everyone. So thank you all for letting me know your backgrounds, and it sounds like everyone has a little bit of experience, so that's always good. That's a good starting point. So I'm just going to share my screen. So first, I think I'll just show you guys our, since I'm not like actually in the office today, maybe I'd show you what it looks like. Can everyone see that okay? Awesome. Okay, so this is like our little FLUX media gallery. So right here, it's at 1524 Pandora, which is at the Oak Bay Junction. And I'll show you, this is our website, fluxmediagallery.org. And on here, you'll find like the shows that we have on right now. So right now we have an augmented reality walk that you're free to check out. If you go to this link here, there's like a pamphlet you can download and you can do the walk on your own. And then we also have a show in our gallery right now, which is by Eli Hurdle. So that's on right now if you're interested in coming by. We're open Tuesday to Friday from noon to 5. And there's also some more information on here about programs that we have and equipment, resources, that kind of thing. And of course, our contact information is also on here. And there's a little stay in the loop thing here where you can sign up to receive our newsletter, which we don't send out very often. We only send it out if we have either a workshop coming up or a show, a screening, something like that. So we try and keep it minimal. So if you're interested in what we have going on, that's a good way to find out. And let me switch to... Right. Everyone see that okay? Awesome. Okay, so FLUX has been around since 1981. So I think we just had our 40th anniversary last year. So we've been around for quite a long time. And we have quite a lot of stuff that we do. It started off as like a co-op for video artists. And throughout the years, it's kind of evolved. And now, so the reason it's MediaNet and FLUX is we're kind of changing into sort of a gallery now as well, which we didn't used to have when we were just MediaNet. So FLUX is kind of the gallery's name, but we go by either. So they're kind of interchangeable. And so here's some of what we do. This is our mandate. So we provide access to video equipment and post-production tools, and we help artists create independent film, video, and media art. And we provide learning opportunities such as workshops, and we also exhibit media art in the FLUX gallery. So these are a couple of the programs we offer. We have the Greenlight residency program, which anyone is open to sign up for. So this is kind of, if you have an idea of something that you want to create and maybe you don't have the equipment that you need or the tools or the support or the space to exhibit, as long as it's a media art piece, you can sign up for a Greenlight residency program. And with that, we'll give you a artist fee and then technical support. And then you'll have access to all of our equipment, and you can also show your work in our gallery as well. So it's kind of like a full circle program. So that might be something you're interested in once you're done with PIDC. And then we always have an open call for submissions as well. So if that's something that you're interested in. So I think what most of you are probably looking for is the equipment access. So the process for renting equipment is pretty easy. So when you come in for the first time, I'll get you to fill out a membership forms just so I have your contact information. And then in order to request equipment, you can email me with what you'd like to rent and what dates you would like to pick it up and drop it off. And that's pretty much it. So for PIDC folks, we're allowing rentals for up to 1 week at a time, just to try and keep things available for all of you as well as for our regular members. And we will also be renting equipment over the holiday break, which is from December 23rd to January 10th. So if you wanted to take equipment over like a longer period of time, that's a good chance to do that. So, and all of you as part of PIDC have access to all of our equipment, technical support, which is me. And we also have computers, like iMac computers in our office that you are welcome to come in and use for anything to do with what you're working on. We have the full Adobe suite as well as Final Cut Pro on all of our computers. So if you're interested in that, you can always send an email. And then beyond PIDC, if you are interested in continuing to rent equipment from us or use our space, there's a $75 annual access fee. And then we charge subsidized rates for rentals. So our rental prices are pretty reasonable. So I can I'll share the link to our equipment list if I can. I'll share that once I'm done with the presentation.
The equipment list is also part of the artist onboarding document that you should all have access to. And if I'll repost that in our Slack channel for anyone who missed it or hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Alex. And it's also on our website too, on the equipment page. So if you need to look for that. But here's just kind of a basic overview of what we offer. And I would also encourage you that if there's anything that you are looking for, like something that seems kind of random, weird, whatever, to just reach out to me and ask if we have it, because there are things that aren't on our equipment list that we do have, like just kind of, I don't know, we have accumulated a lot of stuff over the years. So you know, if we have like a small tube TV and some kind of just random bits and pieces. So you can always email me to ask if we have something you're looking for. But in terms of cameras, we have quite a few cameras. We have some new 4K cameras. We have a couple different options for those. We have mirrorless and camcorder style. And then we also have some older film cameras if anyone's interested in shooting film. And we have DSLR cameras like the Canon 6D and the T3i, which are really good. And then, of course, we have all the camera accessories like tripods, lenses. We have a slider like where you can put the camera on it and slide it back and forth. So if you want to do like a really smooth shot, that's really cool. We have reflectors like for bouncing light. And then we also have a green screen that you could use. And then we have all different kinds of camera mics, including like the clip-on lav mics, which are really great if you are interviewing someone or even recording a video of yourself talking. The audio on those is really great. And then we also have laptops available. So they're all MacBook Pros, and they all include the Adobe Suite and Final Cut Pro. So if you wanted to do some editing on your own or work on something with a laptop, we have a couple of those available. And then of course, if you wanted to come in and get technical support while you're editing or working on something, you can always come by our office and use one of our iMacs, and I can help you out with whatever you're working on. Let's see. And the other thing I want to mention is that for like older technology, we do have some stuff like older tape cameras, and we also have a DV tape transferring device. So I don't know if anyone's into like old tapes, but yeah, that's something that we have that I've used a little bit to help people transfer old tapes and stuff like that. So if any of that stuff interests you, you can just send me an email. And in terms of workshops, we offer quite a variety throughout the year. So like we have camera basics, editing basics. We've been doing quite a few new media workshops lately, working with Arduinos and Raspberry Pis. So I think you guys are doing a workshop with Justin Love, and he usually does our new media workshops. So yeah, those are pretty cool. And then we just had an analog film workshop. So we run that periodically, like learning how to shoot with the Bolex camera. We do paint on film workshops. We'll have projection mapping workshops next year, early next year, I think. And then if you want to find out like when those are happening, it's a good idea to join our newsletter because that's where we usually announce it. And then we're going to be running workshops that you guys are interested in as well. So as Alex mentioned, we're thinking of doing one about basically like an introduction to our cameras and just so everyone can come in and see our space and check out the equipment that we have available. And yeah, and then I guess Connie shared kind of a list of what everyone was interested in for workshops. So I think we're going to kind of work from that and try and figure out what we can offer for like the next few months after the holiday break, of course. But if you have anything, any ideas, specific ideas, feel free to email me and then we'll see if we can figure out a way to have a workshop on that as well. But yeah, we're pretty open to workshops. There's about 3 of us who could teach workshops and our skills are varied. So if you're interested in something, feel free to email me. And that was, so I guess for the workshop, the first one, I was thinking that we could run it the week of December 12th. So I'm not sure if Alex, if you want to send out like a doodle poll or something for that.
Did you say the December the 12th?
Yeah, maybe, like that's
Yeah.
my last week before the break. So
Okay. Yeah, I can send out a doodle poll. I also, thanks to everyone who's already updated their availability. Generally, we just recently got everyone to update their general availability. So we can use that and figure out a date and maybe propose a couple dates. But yeah, I can do that coming up. We can get that organized.
awesome. Yeah. And so I was hoping like in that in-person workshop, maybe we could talk a bit about what everyone's interested in too and like where you're at. Because I also can always do one-on-one workshops or meetings as well, just if everyone's at kind of different levels. And sometimes that's really nice to just be able to meet one-on-one. And I do that a lot with our members. That's usually what I end up doing is just like helping people with their specific projects and stuff. So I'm totally open to that as well if that's something that you're interested in. And I think that's pretty much it. That covers our equipment, workshops, and I've got my email here, our websites, and yeah, if you have any other questions, you can email me. Oh, and one thing I did want to mention is we're currently like rotating who is in the office at any given time. So if you want to meet with someone specific, then it's best to email first and like set up a meeting. So if you wanted to come and see me, you could just send me an email. And yeah, I'm pretty flexible. So does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, can we just clarify what the, did you get my email?
I'm not sure.
Okay, can we just clarify? So the first email we were planning was the camera, sound and equipment introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were gonna check in, as you did today, on maybe it doesn't have to be a complete beginner level, check in on people's kind of their background. And then I just wanted to mention to everybody, in terms of workshops, we're looking at rolling them out in such a way that it is as needs be for serving the projects that you're in. So it's great for you to say, I'm interested in that, I'm interested in that, but really we want to make sure we do it in the most organized way as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great to contact Marina, but please contact Teresa and I first. Yeah, because we need to kind of hold the overall picture of the whole group and everyone's needs and roll it out in accordance to like what each project needs and do the best way of supporting all of you. So I just clarify with that. So thank you, Marina.
Yeah, thanks, Connie. That's a good point too. Because other people might be interested in the same things as well. So yeah, that's a good point. Does anyone else have any questions or comments?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If no one else was going to go, just about equipment. I just thought of something I was curious about experimenting with, but do you have any contact microphones or transducers?
That is something we don't have yet. I had someone recently ask about that as well, but I could look in to see if there's a place in town that does have that.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I will take a look. Because someone else was asking about that recently as well. So it seems to be something
Okay.
interesting.
Has everybody had a chance to go and look at MediaNet's website, like with all the different things that are on there right now, like the revealing presence, augmented reality walk, and that kind of thing?
I just kind of
Just
went
curious.
through it at the.
Oh,
at
you
the-
did. Sorry.
No worries.
So awesome. I'm just so impressed with all of this stuff, Marina. So I think it's great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the shows we have on right now are pretty interesting. So
Nice.
I encourage anyone to go and check that out, especially the AR walk, because you don't actually have to come into the gallery. You can do that on your own
On your own. Yeah.
with the Adobe Aero app on your phone. So
I had one comment, just to add to what you said, Marina, with like the Adobe suite. I know that like we had previous conversations where your main focus is like on sort of video editing, but if folks are like needing some help with projects in terms of like Photoshop or like Illustrator or InDesign, that's something that I'd be happy to help out with. I'm not sure I like would run like a full workshop on that sort of suite, but like if people need one-on-one or help or like small group help for just like small Photoshop projects or like the basics, I'd be happy to look into helping out with that. So that's just something I'll add there.
thanks, Alex. Yeah, that's great because I don't have a ton of experience with Photoshop. So yeah, I think that is it. If no one else has any other questions, but yeah, feel free to email me if you do think of anything.
I did have one question, and maybe this is a quick thing. You had mentioned green screen, and I was curious if you actually have a space that has a green screen set up, or if it's you rent out just like the green material.
Yeah, we just have like, it's kind of a like one of those foldable things that kind of pops open, like it has a wire around the edge. And I think that it's a possibility that like if you needed to record something, you could come into our space and set up in there. We don't have it like permanently set up or anything. Our space is pretty small. But if anyone did have an interest in using the space, that's something I could definitely talk to my coworkers about for sure. Like if you wanted to come in and like, because I could help you set that up and everything as well, if that was something you needed.
Thank you.
A possibility. I'm just, yeah, I guess it's as you guys figure out what your projects are, I'm sure more things will come up too. And yeah, I'm really interested to hear what everyone's where everyone's going with this. So
Just quickly before we go, just looking at dates quickly for an in-person session. Just based on who's responded to their availability so far, and obviously this would be in person, so the folks that are out of town, we would have to we can figure out something separate for that. So when people are most available during the week would be either Thursday, 6 p.m. Kayla, I realize you're unavailable, but most other people are. And then the other time, Marina, would be Saturday in the afternoon. So I can, I'll email you separately and I'll email you and see what times work for you. And then I'll poll the artist to see when people are available for that specific day. So that would be, sorry, that would be the 15th or the 17th, looking at potentially.
Great. And then if anyone wanted to take some equipment with them at that time for use over a holiday break, we could do that too. So
Yeah,
that's something.
perfect. I'll also mention as well, one last point too, for like the folks that are out of town, Ebony, Melissa, and Art Action Earwig. We'll discuss this a little bit more too, but Marina and I had previously discussed that there might be the possibility of some longer term rentals for you folks. So maybe not like the maybe not the brand new cameras, but like some of the sort of slightly older camcorders that can be lent out for like a longer period of time. So if you picked it up in Victoria, you could take it back to wherever you are and then sort of bring it back. But well, maybe we'll figure out that that logistics separately, and maybe some of the out of town people will have a we can have a follow-up meeting just with Art Action and Melissa and Ebony. And I know Melissa too, that you already rent equipment from MediaNet, so you're kind of covered there, so that's great. Yeah. I don't know if anyone has any other questions or anything we can field right now, but yeah. I'll send out those dates for everyone to see sort of what works best for people. And then since it's limited, since it'll be in person, it'll be about 6 people. So if we need to run a second, we can. And yeah, we'll try to get as many people as we can. Yeah.
Fabulous.
So I guess I'll let everyone go. We can even take the hour. Amazing. Yeah, thank you, Marina, for all the information, and I'll be in touch with you and we'll figure out some upcoming dates.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, Marina.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.